And good day, this is News 12 News Now. I'm Colin Hooks. Our top stories tonight. Wichita police say a 55-year-old woman was shot and killed Tuesday afternoon in the 2500 block of East Mosman, and a man in his 20s was seriously injured in the shooting. Officers say bullets ripped through a residence in the 2500 block of East Mosman, killing the woman and seriously injuring the man. A close-by elementary was briefly on lockdown. If you have any information, please contact the Wichita Police Department. Also, Goddard police are investigating a stabbing that left a woman in the hospital in critical condition Tuesday evening. The call came just before 6 p.m., but the woman wasn't able to tell police anything once they found her. Investigators had to get a search warrant to search the woman's house in the 1200 block of North Seasons Court for clues. Police say when they first got to this neighborhood, they couldn't find the woman who had been stabbed. Police say she was also barely conscious when they found her and couldn't tell them what happened. She went to the hospital in critical condition with several stab wounds in the stomach. Police say one neighbor was home at the time. If you or anyone else you know have any information, please contact the Goddard Police Department. We'll be right back. And we're back. Staying in the crime section of the news, a statewide Amber Alert has been canceled, but the search for the man accused of driving away with two young children in the vehicle is ongoing in northeast Kansas. The Olathe Police Department confirms two sisters, aged 2 and 6, were found safely Tuesday evening. Police say the girls were found in the vehicle that had been driven away by the man they were looking for. Police say the officers were on a report of suspicious activity at a car lot Tuesday. That's where a man ran to a nearby tire shop, got in a running SUV, and drove away with the two young girls inside. The Olathe Police Department started looking for the girls a little after 6 p.m. Tuesday night. Police issued an Amber Alert a short time later. The girls' father told police he had left them in the running vehicle outside the tire shop for just a few seconds when someone got into the SUV and took off. The girls were found safe in the car at about 8:30 p.m., police say. They found the man they were looking for had been seen earlier in the day trying to take a car from a used car lot. Also in the crime section, just weeks after he took office, the mayor of Alaska's capital has been found dead, prompting a flurry of rumors that he was assaulted. Juneau Mayor Stephen Greg Fisk, 70, was found with injuries Monday. Juneau police told CNN it was not clear yet if the injuries are due to an accident or other trauma, police said, and they would not elaborate on which type of injuries or the severity. The mayor had no gunshot wound, and authorities have no evidence suggesting a drug overdose or suicide. Juneau Police Chief Bryce Johnson told CNN affiliate KTUU, "We do not know of the cause of death," he said. His son found him lying on the floor of a front room, dead. An autopsy is scheduled for Wednesday. We'll be right back with weather. And good evening. It is now time for your News 12 weather. So let's take a look at your Weather Pro Super Doppler radar. And as you can see, the weather around here is not too bad. All these are false echoes or ground clutter. And as you can see, there's a little bit of snow coming out of Nebraska, but that'll all dry up and the clouds will break later this afternoon. And let's go ahead and take a look at the temperatures around the nation. And let's take a look at the temperatures. You know, they're not too bad, but they could be a lot better. And here comes as they're loading, and you can see, not too bad. It is not that bad of weather. We are going to get a huge warm-up tomorrow, and I'll show you that later. You can see there, let's take a wider view of the nation, and you can see that storm system pulling way off to the north, and it's not going to give the northeast a little bit of trouble. And other than that, Kansas is looking very, very quiet. So let's take a look at your 7-day forecast. And as we take a look at your 7-day forecast, I'll step out of the picture here, and you can see that it's looking beautiful. Is this December or is it in the spring? 48 tomorrow for Wednesday, December 2nd. Not too bad. Although Thursday, 54. Friday, 57. That's a beautiful day. This weekend, mid to lower 50s, and next week mid to upper 50s, even some 60s. So other than that, your next week, next 7 days is looking absolutely awesome. So if you got some outdoor work you need to rake some leaves, do some anything outdoors, I would do it now or in the next 7 days because it's looking absolutely beautiful. Although the wind will be picking up for a few of these days. We'll take a bigger detail into that one in the next forecast. Sports is up next. And welcome back. KU finally got to see their new star last night as Shaq Diallo made his KU debut versus Loyola. And although he struggled early, he got into a rhythm in the second half and shined as he finished 6 of 8 with 13 points and 6 rebounds. For the game, KU struggled in the first half and Loyola hung around as KU only led 40-36 at the half. In the second half, Wayne Selden took over and the Jacks pulled away to a 94-61 win. Wayne Selden Jr. finished with 18 points. More news tonight on Anton Grady's condition. According to Coach Marshall, Anton Grady's future on the basketball court remains very much up in the air. Greg Marshall has no idea if or when Grady will ever play basketball again. Marshall said, "At least he's alive and getting better." At his weekly press conference, "I don't know if he's ever going to play again or not, and if so, when. And I don't know if any of that. Grady is walking without the help of crutches and will see a neurosurgeon tomorrow. There is no timetable for his return at this point." Marshall went on to say Grady's future will depend on what doctors, Grady himself and his family say going forward. We'll be right back with What Interests Cody. And welcome back to What Interests Cody. Nope. Cody is out sick tonight and he will be off. So now it's time to introduce a new segment called Colin's Hot Take. I love the fire and the flames surrounding my name. So tonight's hot take is about Christmas. It's the holiday season, and if you have a family out there, and all of you do, I urge you, if you guys are fighting, if you guys are at odds with each other, please, before Christmas, get it resolved. Make it better. You need to spend time with your family. This is the one time a year that you have to spend time with your family. I mean, Thanksgiving, Easter, you can forget that, but Christmas, this is right here. This is the epicenter of all holidays. You need to get with your families, and if you haven't talked to your mother or your sister or your brother in a long time, call them up right now and tell them, "Hey, I love you. Hey, I know we've been at odds for a while, but let's get together on Christmas, get our families together, and sit down and just hang out. You guys can watch TV, football, basketball together, anything. Sit down and resolve it." I'm Colin Hooks, and that was tonight's Colin's Hot Take. We'll be right back with our strange story of the night. We're back, and tonight's strange story is a really funny one. An inflatable gorilla was apparently among the targets in a car lot acid attack over the weekend. KATU TV reports more than 60 vehicles were seriously damaged in the vandalism at the Oregon Auto Center near Happyville, Oregon, sometime Thursday night or Friday morning. The car lot's giant inflatable gorilla was slashed. Officials in the car lot say a lot of damage to the vehicles will cost thousands of dollars to repair. The business doesn't have surveillance footage of the incident, but they're hoping some of the businesses nearby do. That poor gorilla. Well, that's it for tonight. For all of us here at News 12 News Now, I'm Colin Hooks. Good night.